My name is Dona Dumdeang. I have been a longtime client of Rain City Capital, Fred and Ryan. Been flipping houses for quite a while alongside with Rain City. I kind of consider them more of a partner than, a client relationship. But my experience with rehabbing homes, it goes back to 2012. A realtor of mine referred me to this Ryan Morrell guy. Who knew back then he'd just kind of stick around as as a partner, a friend, and my lender. I reached out to Fred and Ryan to see if there was anything we could do with a place in Boise, and the Flip It Forward initiative was kind of mentioned as, well, maybe that house could be something we could do with Flip It Forward. And so, of course, I'm like, well, what's Flip It Forward? Tell me about it. And Fred told me about everything, what he was trying to do for Lahaina and his just his whole mission. I've wanted to do something bigger. I didn't know what that was, kind of looking for something to do that's not just Dona flipping a house, which is really fun, and I've learned a lot, but I wanted to do something and contribute it to something else. So Fred brought that up, and that was last fall. And I called back and said, okay, if not this Boise one, let's do one, and let's do it in Portland, where my people are, the people I work with, where I live, where I can be. I want to be a part of this. How can I be a part of it? And I kind of I'm just telling them, I was begging, let me be a part of this. I just thought it was really cool. And this house on Southeast Salmon is the one we chose, and they chose me, so I'm grateful to be a part of it. You can find a house that, for example, might need carpets, paint, a little bit of scrubbing here, and then what you would call a facelift, and throw it out there. And the before and after is cool, but it's not remarkable. This is going to be something that's remarkable. One, I was able to find it at a really good price, and two, as you can kind of look around and we can dive deeper into this, but we took it to the studs. It's a turn of the century home in a really great area in Portland, Hawthorne, Belmont. So the biggest challenges in this process is when you get a home like this and you're taking it to the studs and you're doing this big remodel, is getting through the red tape of permitting is the biggest problem with a project of this scope. So once you get through the permitting, it's more smooth sailing. But that was the biggest thing. Things like lead-based paint, anything in 1978 or previous. You can kind of assume lead was used in paint. Disposing of waste, again, we took it to the studs. You can't take waste and just throw it into a dumpster. There is a process of getting rid of things. So those are all the hurdles that get you to where you can start building. So from now on, it's kind of smooth sailing, but we've spent a couple of months getting through permitting and waste and City of Portland stuff. The advice I would give is make sure you vet out your budget. That's really important. Don't fly by the seat of your pants. There's going to be things that come up, changes that come up, but make sure that you've got the funds to see through your project. So set aside some kind of, every project's going to have unknowns. We call it a contingency. So, make sure that you've got that contingency. And just like they say about real estate in general, pick a good location. That's the one thing you can't change. You can knock down all the walls, you can add anything, but you can't change the location. So that's something that's really, really important to me. I don't like busy streets. A beautiful home on a double line, I can't do it. I've lost there. So just really vet out your location, make sure your budget is as healthy as you can be, and find good contractors. You're really only as good as the people you work with. And so throughout my 12 years, there are contractors that I've continued to work with, and there are many that I've kind of turned over, always looking for contractors you can trust and to get the job done and who will actually show up.